What's going on, guys? So last Saturday, I hosted the very first webinar for guys with long hair. Absolutely incredible experience. And for those of you who attended, it was absolutely amazing to see you on the call, and I hope to see you again soon. This video is just going to be a really short follow-up on a few things that I learned from the webinar. And these are all things that I hadn't necessarily considered until I hosted the webinar. First thing, long hair is actually unbelievably versatile. I said something on the webinar that I hadn't said before. I said that I just felt really manly being a guy with long hair. And when I think about it, it actually makes a lot of sense. There's just something about long hair, a beard, tattoos, a nose ring, and being a guy that works out that I just really connect with. And this is exactly why I feel powerful. It's because I found a style and I found something that really, I feel, represents authentically me. But what I find super interesting is to think about the other people on the call, to think about the people on the panel, and just how long hair for them means something completely different. So for some guys with long hair, they want to feel like surfers. They want to have that Jay Alvarez type of look. They want to have that Joshua Hubbard type of look. For other guys, they want to challenge gender stereotypes. So think of guys that want to have a bit more of a Harry Styles type of vibe. Other guys want to feel and look like rock stars, so they want to get the Jared Leto type of vibe. Other guys want to have a little bit more of a boho type vibe, so they're guys that want to look like Hank G, or the guys that want to look like Jerome Matthew. But for me, there's just something that I really connect with about being a guy with long hair, being a guy that works out, and being a guy that has facial hair. And that's what feels powerful to me. But I think if you ask every single guy that feels like they've nailed long hair, and you ask every single guy that feels like they found the best version of themselves with long hair, I think they say exactly the same thing. They feel powerful, they feel strong, and they really like what that look represents to them, no matter what it is. Second thing that I realized when hosting the long-haired webinar, we don't want long hair to become normalized. So a guy asked this as a question, and in fact he made this as such a profound point because it was something that I'd never actually considered before. We speak about how we love long hair. We speak about how we love long hair as a style and how we want it to become normal. But actually, when all's said and done, do we want it to become normal? Because if it becomes normal, it won't necessarily stand out as much as it does before. And for me, there's just nothing like it. When you see a guy that absolutely rocks long hair, his style looks absolutely on point with long hair. He just stands out, and he just looks unapologetically cool. But if long hair becomes the norm and you start seeing more and more guys with long hair, that effect of really standing out won't actually be there in the same way that it was before. So I think we're at a point where we're trying to find a sweet spot. On one hand, we want it to become socially acceptable anywhere in the world. And I would actually argue that it pretty much is at that point. But on the other hand, we still want it to stand out. We still want it to be just a little bit different. And I think that we're really at a point where that's what we're striving to get. I think the beauty of long hair is because it takes so long to get there, that's probably the way that it will always be. So I think we need to remember that. We want long hair to be socially acceptable, but we don't want long hair on men to become the norm. Final thing that I learned, there really is a fantastically strong long-haired community for men online. I've said it before, I am here for every single one of you during your hair growth journey. And you honestly have no idea how humbled I am when I get positive feedback, when I get nice DMs on Instagram or nice comments about the value that I'm bringing. It just feels so fucking humbling for me. But what really struck me when I was hosting the long-haired webinar was just how we had every part of the world covered. You know, we had me hosting it in London, we had a guy from Australia, we had people dotted out throughout America, we had guests from India, we had guests from Italy, we had guests from Spain, everywhere. It literally just felt like we'd built a little bit of an army that was beginning to spread. And it was just amazing. But it makes so much sense. When you think about community, you have to think about it on a deeper level. And the way community tends to work is that you have something at the forefront. And that forefront at the moment is guys with short hair, guys rocking skin fades, guys rocking conventional haircuts. Then you have the opposite end of the extreme, which is guys rocking long hair. But when something is non-mainstream and something is just bubbling below the scene, because it's not normal, people tend to gravitate towards it. And the people that gravitate towards it tend to gravitate towards it from a much stronger perspective because they align and they care for that much more. So that means that long hair in the mainstream is bubbling, but it's bubbling hard because people really evolve and people really align themselves with it when they join that community. And that was absolutely my experience, and it was so fucking great to see all you guys coming there with your experience and all of you guys coming and aligning yourself with that community. And that's it. Just a really, really short follow-up video today. But I want to end with a proposition. I said before, I'm here for every single one of you guys on your hair growth journey. And I said in this video that we've got a great community. I would absolutely love to interview some of you guys on your experiences being guys with long hair, or your experiences being guys currently in the process of growing your hair long. If that's something you're interested in, drop me a DM on Instagram, pop a comment down below, whatever you feel comfortable doing. But it would be great to hear from you guys, great to interview some of you guys, and then great to collaborate on a video with some of you guys. This is a great community and I am honoured to be a part of it, and I want you to be a part of that community with me. And that's it. If you like this video, please can I ask you to click like and subscribe down below. If you really like this video, I am now offering one-on-one coaching at the website also down below. But as always, nothing but love. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.